Hey everyone, welcome back to today's video. So you saw the thumbnail and the description right. I'm going to be telling you 5 top courses that you can do within few hours, within one day, and get certified to get your job, which is very, very common in Australia. Most people know it, they do it, or they do it, they don't know it. So whatever it is. So I'm going to tell you all the details how you could secure your first job, or if you're struggling to get an extra bit of income as a student, as an international student, or as a migrant, or as a dependent, whatever it is, few extra bucks a week helps us to pay some bills. So without much delay, let's get started with today's video. Stick around till the end. I'm going to be giving you very crucial information and some handy tips to get you your first job in Australia successfully. And if you're struggling in converting your resume to Australian standards, I've got a separate video explaining about that, and I'm happy to review and convert it to Australian standards for you. Make sure to watch that video and provide your love and support. If you're new to this channel and don't know me, I'm Dr. Priya, PhD in biotechnology, academician by profession, moved to Australia as a skilled migrant in 2016, got my permanent residency, filing for my citizenship this year. And this channel is all about educating and making people aware of the different types of visas and process them without getting scammed by spending thousands and lakhs of rupees. So make sure to hit the subscribe and turn the notifications on to be instantly notified of the new videos. Without much delay, let's get on to today's video. The very first is barista training. So Australians love their coffee. Okay, I'm not even exaggerating. Every office has a coffee machine with all the supplies around, but still they go out to a cafe, which is their favorite based on the taste. Some people like black, some people like it milky, some people like it like cappuccino, like how we drink. So it depends on their personal preference, but they go to a cafe and buy their coffee spending $7. Okay, so it would shock me because we have everything free in the office supplies. They will provide you with milk, they'll provide you with different types of coffees, caffeine free coffees, you'll have coffee pods, you'll have sugars, you'll have sugar frees, you'll have everything in most of the offices. But still, Australians love their coffee the way they like. That is why you have cafes everywhere. You go in the outback, you go to any cities, you go to any outback area, cafes and coffees, you will get them even in petrol station for even $1. Okay, so that's like a main staple. So barista training is usually preferred because everyone can make a coffee. So if you're going to a cafe and asking for a job, they can train you to operate a coffee machine and make a coffee. But how do you stand out of the other people who can make a coffee is the barista training will usually give you all the techniques to make the latte art that they usually like on the coffee. And it also gives you more authenticity to that particular job that you're applying for. So you don't call yourself as a kitchen hand or a person, a restaurant helper, or someone in the service, but barista is someone who's trained, who's certified to do the latte art, and who's certified in making nice coffees on barista machines with various specifications. So this is a few hours, 3 to 4 hours of program, which is conducted by different smaller institutes and RTOs. Okay, so most of these courses are conducted by RTOs, registered training organizations. So when you are doing these courses, make sure to check if it's nationally approved or it is approved state-wise. There are a few trainings which are approved by certain states that I'm going to cover in a minute. So make sure to check if they're approved throughout the nation or in the state wherever you're applying for. So barista training is one quick short cut to your very first job in Australia. Now, coming to the second one is RSA, which is Responsible Service of Alcohol. So as much as they love coffee, they love alcohol or beer, which is served everywhere. So when you take a pub or you have restaurants which have licenses to serve alcohol, so in that case, if you're handling alcohol and serving to customers, you should have this responsible service of alcohol, which is basically an RSA training, which is a few hours of training, which basically helps you to equip with the knowledge of safety of handling alcohol and different types of difficult customers you could end up. So it's more to do with health and safety standards, and it's just a certificate that you obtain after a few hours of training, and then you're good to go work in any pubs, clubs, or any restaurants with the license to serve alcohol. So it's a very quick and easy method, and if you like the smell of alcohol, if you love working nice and boozy, go for it. The third training is RSG, okay, which is responsible service of gambling. So RSG is usually required if you are working in a gambling environment. So take casinos for examples, or you have different areas attached to the pub with the gaming and gambling zones. So if you are employed and handling any of these machines, then you are expected to have this RSG certificate. This is again a few hours of training, and it'll equip you with the the techniques to handle gambling problem. If you identify a customer with a gambling problem, it's your responsibility to report. So how do you know these? Is by the training that is given in RSG. Now all these three trainings, Barista, the RSA and RSG, are in the service sector. It's more in the restaurant, cafes, pub kind of an industry. But if you're more handy, if you want to get your hands dirty in the construction sector with big bucks, then white card training, that's your fourth certificate that you would need to get into a construction industry. That is again an online training. It could be a little more expensive compared to the first three, but you get paid good enough for any kind of even a construction laborer or any kind of a factory hand. White card training is essential. So white card training is what I mentioned. You will have to make sure that it is approved in the state, because few white card training providers have their accreditation to certain states. So make sure to check whether your state is covered under that particular training. So it gives you a basic health and safety standards to work in the construction industry. Now, as you go into it, so white card is like a primary layer of certification to get your foot into the construction industry. But as you go deeper, you can do further courses like rigging and working at heights, and different certificates if you want to specialize in any aspect of the construction sector. But the base is a white card training, which will get you into the construction sector for your very first job. Now, moving on to the last certificate that would get you your first job easily is your forklift training. So most of the industries here operate forklifts. So this is again a short training that is given by different organizations, and you could get your forklift license and work as a forklift driver. So this is a very, very easy, a little bit of investment, but you will get it paid within 1 day's job. So if you get your job in your very first day, you're going to cash out the money that you've invested in yourself. The best investment is always investing in yourself. So trust yourself and choose a particular career or a path that you're passionate about, where you will last a bit longer and you will be able to easily pay your bills and not struggle. Okay, I hope this video was useful. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below and I'm happy to answer them. And if you like such realistic visa and lifestyle information, make sure to hit the subscribe and turn your notifications on to be instantly notified of my new videos. I'll see you all in the next video.